Hi, I'm Rob Wolff, and I'm an English teacher, native speaker, and I want you to learn my language. Okay, so I'm going to be teaching English especially for Polish people. I'll try my best not to talk too fast. Now, let me tell you a little about myself, just a few words about who I am. I was born in England, London, East London to be precise, not too far from Stratford, Essex. I lived in England for most of my life, so I've been living here for around about 7 years. And I really love being here, especially barbecues. Polish kielbasa is good stuff. I also love taking part in active sports here. Snowboarding, wakeboarding, kayaking, quad biking, horse riding, running across the zebra crossing and getting to the other side in one piece. Okay, so I'm going to try to teach you different aspects of the English language. We'll go through a little bit of grammar, vocabulary and pronunciation, but my main focus is that you learn to hear and understand an Englishman just talking naturally and freely, using everyday, typical English, words, phrases, idioms, slang, whatever slips naturally off my tongue, which I feel might be difficult for a foreigner to understand. I'm mainly doing this for my friends here in Poland, current clients, ex-clients, and whoever else might be interested. My wish here is for people to be able to understand and speak English in such a way that I can speak at my natural pace instead of speaking like a slow robot, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. Now I know that learning language is not easy. I'll never be able to speak Polish perfectly, but I'm learning. I'm trying my best every day. I learn something new every day. But I know from my experience what it's like to be in a country where you don't speak the language. When I came to Poland, it was very difficult for me. I made many mistakes. Whenever I wanted to sort something out or get something, I tried to do it in Polish. I was always given a dilemma. The shop assistant would just stand there and look at me waiting for an answer, and all the people in the queue waiting behind me as well, impatiently. It felt like a choice between life and death sometimes. I went to a cafe to get a coffee, and I remember I asked, poproszę kawę, and the lady answered, sepana czy rozpuszczalna? Well, I had no idea what was sepana and what was rozpuszczalna. Normalna, I said. I remember when I went to buy a simple thing like bread, and I was asked, całe czy krojone? I didn't know what was całe, I didn't know what was krojone. Normalne, I said. So yeah, that was hard. I can remember another time when my wife asked me to buy flour, to buy mąka. Pszenna, ziemniaczana czy tortowa? I had no idea. This is the first time I ever heard these words. When I got back home and told my wife, I couldn't even repeat the options. Even buying petrol for my car was a nightmare. A simple thing like that. I thought it would be a piece of cake, but, you know, paragon czy fakturę? 2 words I just didn't know. So these are some embarrassing moments I had. In fact, I remember once I rozbierałem ziemniaki and I went to ugotować się do wyjścia and zapraszam taksówkę. So it's tough. Being in a different country and learning a different language is tough. But that's how I learned. I had practical hands-on experience, and that's what I want to give to you. Okay, so from time to time, I might even show off my Polish a bit and use it for some quick translations. I hope you don't find my Polish pronunciation so bad. There are benefits to my knowledge of the Polish language. One thing is I know how Polish people think. when Polish people speak to me in English and make some very strange mistakes or strange sentence structure, I try to think about what they actually wanted to say. When I quickly translate their sentence in my head to Polish, I see why they made that mistake. One common example of this is the word have, mam. So when a Polish person says, I have 30 years, ja mam 30 lat, what they really wanted to say was, I am 30 years old, or I am 30. Another example, I have right, ja mam rację. It actually should be, I am right, I'm right. I don't have right, nie mam racja, actually should be, I'm wrong, which literally means, jestem źle. Just one more usage of the word mam is supposed to. For example, what am I supposed to do? Co mam zrobić? What am I supposed to do? Yesterday I was supposed to call you. Wczoraj miałem do ciebie zadzwonić. Yesterday I was supposed to call you. Okay. So what I'll try to do in these lessons is point out the most common, most usual, most frequent, most often, most typical mistakes Polish people make when speaking in English. I'll teach and clarify grammar. I'll go through all the tenses, throw in a lot of useful vocabulary, explain common mistakes, and give you the everyday English experience. I hope that as each time you hear me speak, I sound clearer and more understandable. Now, I'll be honest, I have been speaking a little bit slowly. I didn't want to scare anybody off, but as time goes on, I'll pick up the pace, and with your perseverance and patience, I'll eventually start talking to you as if talking directly to my sister in London. This is the first time I've ever done something like this, so let me know what your thoughts are. If you have any comments or you want me to focus on a particular type of grammar or pronunciation, just let me know. If you really like where this is going, then subscribe, and I'll keep on doing this as long as I see that people are watching. So, keep in touch and learn my language. Vocabulary. Specially, especially. Let me tell you a little about myself. A few words about who I am. Not too far. Most of my life. Around about. Good stuff. Taking part, participating. Running across the zebra crossing and getting to the other side in one piece. I'm going to. We'll go through. My main focus, freely, whatever slips naturally off my tongue. Might be difficult for a foreigner to understand. Mainly, current, whoever else, wish, to be able to, can. In such a way, pace, instead of, I'll never be able to, experience, what it's like to be. Difficult. I made many mistakes. Whenever. Sort something out. Get something. Always. Dilemma. Shop assistant. Answer. Queue. It felt like a choice between life and death. Well, I had no idea. I remember when. A simple thing like, I didn't know. That was hard. Another. I couldn't even repeat the options. Nightmare. I thought it would be a piece of cake. Embarrassing moments. In fact. So it's tough. Different. From time to time. Show off. There are benefits. Knowledge. One thing is. Strange mistakes. One common example. Wait a moment. Quick tea break. Welcome back. Have. I'm right. Actually should be, I'm wrong. Literally means supposed to, try, point out, the most frequent mistakes, go through all the tenses, throw in, useful, I hope, sound clearer and more understandable, I'll be honest, I'll pick up the pace, perseverance and patience, as if, directly, let me know what your thoughts are, particular, just let me know, as long as I see, keep in touch, learn my language, Robert Wolff.